Peace, y'all. Black Mecca here. And I wanted to come in and talk about a concept that has been really having a place in my healing journey. It's really been holding your girl down. And that idea, that thing is theory. Now, I'm a big fan of bell hooks. Big fan of bell hooks. And so, like, she's really affirmed and put in perspective how, healing and theory and liberation just in general go hand in hand. And I wanted to come and bring the concept or the idea to the community. I am sure that most of us in some capacity have been engaging with this thing that is theory, but I wanted to come and affirm it. I wanted to come and put a name to it and to talk about it, and hopefully low key encourage y'all to engage in it more as like a collective. Like, I wanted this to be a practice that we do of like engaging in conversations that deal with theory. Now, I got notes because I got a Mercury and Gemini, and my thoughts are fast and fleeting. And so, yeah, I just wanted to come and bring some things to the community. If you haven't heard of theory or you're not familiar with the term, you can go and look it up and you'll find a bunch of definitions. I'm gonna give you my definition based off of how I interact with it. And to me, theory is just basically an exploration of the mind. It is how you make sense out of what is going on. And theory can be affected by, your observations, how you grew up, dare I say, different astrological, characteristics and energies that are within you. And so theory is basically how you make sense out of what's going on. And I think it's very important that we do this because I think before anything physically evolves or changes or metamorphs, I think it has to happen in the mind first and foremost. And I think that's where healing and theory go hand in hand, because what theory kind of asks you to do is to go back into like that innocent, childlike mindset where you were questioning everything. Nothing was really nothing until like you were told that it was something. And so it kind of makes you reimagine, remember, and just interact with concepts, ideas, people differently from a place of curiosity, from a place of like wonder. And I think that is very important because sometimes that innocence, that ability to, in my opinion, to critically think is like lost in the mundane operations of going to work, dealing with family, dealing with friends, and the many distractions and things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, right? And so I wanted to first, shout out to Bell Hooks, rest in peace. And so I wanted to like start off this conversation with a quote from Teaching to Transgress that she actually starts off one of her chapters with. And that is, I came to theory desperate, wanting to comprehend, to grasp what was happening around and within me. Most importantly, I wanted to make the hurt go away. I saw in theory then a location for healing. And when I read that, I was like, shit, me too. Like, I really love doing that. And I think I love it even more when I get to an opportunity to engage with other people in conversations pertaining to things that we can theorize. And I've totally found healing in that. I've been able to make sense of things, to create new paradigms, to understand things. Like, it really has been liberating, like mentally, to be like, whoa, wait a minute. That's what that is, but also that's not what that is. Or that's what that is, but also it could be more. It can go deeper. It can, we can zoom out and it can be something else, and that's been exciting. It's been thrilling. It's been healing and definitely liberating for when like times where I can't physically move or I'm not physically able to do what I need to do to make sense. It's like I can go to a place like in my head and my thoughts through having conversations where it's like I can make sense and understand and also feel a connection to that thing or to that person, which is why I really think it's important that we engage in it as a community, because it also builds connection to people. I don't know. It does for me. I love it. And so I think many of the issues that we face when it comes to like stress and mental health and low-key family constructs and interactions are byproducts, of course, of isms. Capitalism, racism, sexism, you can go on and on. But all of that, for real, is a bracket right up under white supremacy. That's another topic for another day, but you know, if you know, you know. I think these byproducts can't be, you know, tackled, handled, dealt with from survival strategies that we used to live and that we used to adopt. Like, what happens in this house stays in this house. And you know, we can't go to therapy, we can't talk about our feelings. Like, that's not what a grown-up does, it's not what a man does, blah 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 blah. Like, all of these things, like, these were old paradigms, these were old survival strategies, and they're not going to help us navigate, erase, you know, deal with, overcome these stressful these stresses and these mental health issues and these family dichotomies that, you know, need to be reevaluated. You know what will? A lot of things, possibly, but theory, in my opinion, will. And I think the more that we talk about it, the more it creates space for us to do things about it. Because there's theory and then there's practice. Aspect of our healing that theory provides is methods where we can understand not only the nature of our current predicament, but how we can metamorph into a better predicament or a better reality, how we can transform, how we can create a different reality for ourselves. I think that's created in theory, because before anything becomes manifested in the physical, got to be manifested in the mind. And theory is just an exploration of the mind. I'm gonna wrap this video up. But I wanted to know your thoughts around theory. Have you engaged in it? Have you heard of the concept? Do you think it has a place? Is it necessary? What are some of the things or conversations that you would kind of want to bring to a community, or that you have personally engaged in theory and you kind of want feedback? Like, I be wanting to talk, y'all. That'd be the thing. Like, it be conversations that I know we need to have. And I'm so happy that spaces are now, like, yo, it's becoming like a thing. Like, we are creating them space, and that shit is bringing me so much joy. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to the collective, and I want to leave y'all with this one last quote by Bell Hooks. Give me a second. Let me find it. But yeah, this is a good book, y'all. I'm gonna just, I'm coming. She says, many of the issues that we continue to confront as Black people, low self-esteem, intensified nihilism and despair, repressed rage and violence that destroys our physical and psychological well-being, cannot be addressed by survival strategies that have worked in the past. We need new strategies, new theories that are rooted in an attempt to understand. Before I go, I want to leave y'all with this quote from Teaching to Transgress, and it reads, theory is not inherently healing, liberatory, or revolutionary. It fulfills its function only when we ask that it do so and direct our theorizing towards this end. Theory, and that's practice too. But yeah, what's y'all thoughts on theory? Do y'all do it? Have you heard about it? Are you open to it? What are some things that you theorize? Peace. Black Mecca out. I said it 2 times because I mean it.